Hello, my name is Jason. Welcome to the Bell. Today we're going to read out of my daily bread. And I found that once making my conversion back to God, that this was a real helpful tool. And I think reading out of this and sharing this, it'll help everybody and help myself to find my way back closer to God. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with chapter 1, My Daily Bread, part 1, Conversion 1, The Way of Purification, Man's Purpose on Earth. And you're reading it as Christ is talking to you. And it says, "My child, the highest goal in your life is union with me in heaven. Let your interests throughout the day be guided by this truth in all things. Be sure to stay on this path which leads to heaven. Do not become too deeply interested in the passing desires and brief enjoyments of the earthly life. I have given you everything that you are and everything that you have. All things come to you from me, the supreme good. Whatever comes, accept it, use it, enjoy it, as I wish, as much as I wish. If you think only of satisfying yourself without considering my approval, your mind becomes confused and your will becomes weak. Mistakes and sins will rob you of peace on earth and unending happiness in heaven. In all things, therefore, keep your eyes on me. Happy are those who desire only what I want, trying steadily to do my will. Such people do not let themselves become completely absorbed by their daily activities. They frequently offer their activities to me. They see the brevidity of human contentment on earth. Examine your motives in your daily words and actions. Find out how you may please me more, and avoid everything which may draw you away from me." Now we come to the think section. I was created for eternal happiness with God in heaven. Everything else must take second place in my life, because if I lose heaven, I will be losing everything. The sure guide to heaven is God's holy will. If I follow it in my daily life, every moment on earth will be a sure step towards the perfect happiness, which is what my heart craves. Then at the end we have a prayer. The prayer is, "My God and loving Father, grant me the wisdom to think, speak, and act each day as you want me to. May I never be such a fool as to disagree with your supreme goodness and wisdom. Nothing on earth can bring me any lasting happiness. Therefore, let me never sin for the sake of anything. I want to live for the perfect happiness which you created me. Amen." Now, I've gone back, and in the first section it said, "Child, the highest goal of your life is union with me in heaven." If we think about that, that is what the end thing is that we all want. We want to become united with God. We have to be careful of the sins of the earth that'll draw us away from there. It said, "Be sure to stay on this path which leads to heaven." Now, the path can deviate left and right, and you can think you're on this path, but before you know it, you're off the path, and you're off doing something else, and you're not where you want to be, and the path has changed from a holy one to an unholy one. This is when you have to stop and re-deviate yourself and make yourself back and put yourself back on this path. And this is what I'm doing now. It says, "In brief enjoyments of the passing desires and brief enjoyments of the earthly life." I mean, that's just, you have to be careful, because a new car is not going to buy you happiness. Drugs are not going to buy you happiness. It'll make you happy in the moment, but then it'll leave you empty. In the walk with the Lord, everybody's at a different place, and everything in that walk. So like, two people could be in the same place at the same church, right? But one person could be really struggling, and one person could be like really in the grace of God. But I mean, that's where God has put you. Through the struggles and through the hard times, bring about better times and more loving times. I think once you fight through the bad times, life will get good again. It always gets better. I mean, it's not going to stay bad. You just have to keep fighting and keep pushing through it, and the love of God, it'll bring you to Him, and you'll find that happiness. Another thing I saw in here that I liked was frequently offer activities to me, your daily activities. I think, when I'm working, these were things that I had learned to do. Like, when I did my job, I was like, I'm doing this job for you, or I'm going to work for the glory of God. I'm going to work my job for the glory of God. I'm going to church for the glory of God. Everything you do in your daily life, you offer it up for His name, His praise. Examine your motives in your daily words and actions. Find out how they can please me more. And I guess that goes back to offering up and to the whole thing of I give it up to the Lord. My motives, if you're cursing a lot, or if you're angry all the time, or you're jealous all the time, these are not the places you want to be. You need to, and I remember I learned to reset myself, like to refocus and start over again and say, this is not where I want to be. This is not who I want to be. I want to be this person. I know when I start drinking too much, I go ahead and I see this and I say, I don't want to do this. This is not where I want to be led. And so I go ahead and I make a mental note to stop drinking. And these are the things we have to do to be good Catholics. These are the things we have to do to be good Christians. We want to grow closer to God, and we want to learn to love Him more. I want to say thank you, and God bless, and thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave any comments you think below.